Hello guys. I see a lot of people play Supremacy 1914 and a lot of people are trying to play this game and they don't know where to start. So this video or this stream is all about how to play this game. I will show all the tips and tricks that I know for a new player that will help them build their provinces and their army and in a better efficient way, so they know what they are doing into the game. So let's start the stream by a general introduction of the game. So you can play this game online by visiting supremacy1914.com, or you can play this on Steam, or you can play this game on the browser as well. Sorry, on the mobile application as well. So when you will first log in, you will have to create your ID. After creating your ID, you will see games. You click on the games. Here will be the list of games that you can see, and you can see that this game is 500 base game, this is 43, this is 30, this is 31. So here you can see the number of players that will be in the game, and you can see the overall map, or you can spectate the game as well. This will show you the number of day of the game. So this is the first game, so this is a new fresh game. If you go down below, you will see other game like this is on the day 4. So you should not join any game which is like have passed 2-3 days, because the earlier you will join the game, the more better you can pick the country, and it will help you build your army very quickly and help you build your resources very quickly. If you join late, then most of the people have done a lot of progress, so this will like stop you, or it will limit your potential. So that's why I will recommend to play the game that is like new. So now let's start the now let's say you pick any map. Okay, you can spectate it. By spectate, what does this mean? It will help you see the aerial view of the map. So basically this is a simulation game, so there will always be the aerial look. How you can identify where to pick the location? If you see, you will see these human players, which means that all of this territory has been picked up by human players. The areas which are empty, that does not show anything, that means they are right now empty, free, and they are controlled by the AI player. So you can pick it and play it. How you can select a good country? A good country is that have a good amount of resources and a limited land border with other human players. At least for the AI player it doesn't matter, because they won't attack you until you don't attack them. So that's why it's a good idea. Let's say if how I will select in this game, I see that most of the side areas are like covered, so that's why they are like Alaska, like British Columbia, Washington. These were good picks, so all of them are picked now. Now Northwest is open. This is a good pick. We can go with that as of now. Okay, and this is also a good pick. However, in this we can also pick this. So the sides are good to pick first, but don't pick islands. Okay, because you will have a limited province, limited resources. You will be just trapped in this area. So you don't need to pick any island nation. You should at least pick the mainland nation, like this one. Like if I was playing this, I would have picked Northwest Territories in this now. Okay, and now let's go back. Let's assume you have picked any nation now and you have just started the game. So I will show you the game which I am playing right now. It's day 26, but I will show you from where I started and where I am now, and what's strategy and things that I used to that where I am right now. So I started, so it's the same map which I showed earlier. Okay, it's Shattered America map. I started as the this nation, Washington. It was just here. This. Why it's good? it's on the left side, you see it's sea, so it's automatically separated. In the bottom side, it's already a water channel there, so there is no human or there is no attack surface from there. So either you can attack from the upper side, the north side, and the this side. So these are basically your two openings. So from the two side you are covered, and from the two side you are like it's open. You can get attacked. So you can concentrate your defense and army there in the initial days, and so you can start from there. What, as a new player, what you should focus? Okay, so first of all, you have to focus your boundaries, like in which I showed you that these were my attack surface. This was my attack surface. So I concentrated my army there. I know that no one is going to attack me from the sea, and from the water channel no one can attack me. You see these roads, these lines are roads. Only from these paths one can enter into your territory, or you can exit your territory to attack. For example, in this province there is only one entry from here and one entry from there. So these are the only two channels, like from the attacker perspective. However, if I want to move to my further provinces, I have too much roads that I can move into. Okay, so as a first day, if you have just joined in, you will have to look very closely to your boundaries. So that will give you an idea where to build fortresses, where to build other stuff. And the first thing you can do is you can use diplomacy tab. If you have like a lot of human players around you, ideally you should make a diplomacy with them. You can message them that I want to be to ally or something, like whatever you like. You can message them so they don't attack you. Or either, like in my case, I made coalition with Alaska and Alberta. These are very big big now. We are very big now from our starting point, but however they were approximately close to me, so that's why I made a coalition with them after like 1 week. Okay, so as a beginner player, you logged in, you choose your country. Okay, you set some diplomacy relation with the nearby human players, and after that what you will do a close look onto the resources that you have. So this was my first starting point. So I will focus here. I saw that I have a double grain and a double fish. What does that mean? That I will have an excess amount of food available for me. Okay, so in the resources, basically there are three categories. There are food, which is grain and fish. There are material, which is iron and lumber, and there is energy, which has three inside it, which is coal, oil and gas. So when I looked into it, I had no oil at the start, which means that I might be excess on some resources, but I will have a deficit of some resources because I do not have a single province that will actually help me build those resources. Okay, so first of all, what you have to do when you are in the game, you have to press control and you can click multiple of your provinces. Okay, you will go into the building, and here you will see recruiting office. Okay, recruiting office. You will have to see build recruiting office. Right now I have already built, so that's why it's not showing me up, because it's already built. So but if I can show you any new province, okay, like this one, okay, like this one. So what I will do, I will press control, I will press this and I will build recruiting office, and it will start building. And so what you have initially have to do is to build recruiting office in all of your provinces. I will, for the reference point, I will come back here again. Okay, because this is my starting point, and if you pick like Washington in the starting America map, this will be your starting point. So you will build recruiting office. Why this is the first building you need to build? Recruiting office basically recruits infantry units every day for you. So that you will have a steady amount of new forces or new infantry joining you automatically. Okay, this is going to be your first move, that you should have a recruiting office in your province. After that, you can make workshop. Workshop take a very little amount of time to build, and what workshop allows you? Workshop allows you to build like armored cars and cavalry units. Okay, but initially when you will build the workshop, it will unlock you. So if you are building any building, trying to build any building, you will click on it and you will see what does it provides to you. For example, we build recruiting office. This recruiting office, as I told you, this is the first building that you need to build always. So okay, this is always you need to build this building first. After that, it's okay. Can I show you what I'm writing here on the screen? No. Okay, but you got the idea. Recruiting office is our first building. Then move to number second is the workshop. Why we are building workshop? Workshop will allow you build armored cars and cavalry units. Okay, so these are the first recruiting office, second workshop. When the building will get completed, you will get notified by this item that, and you click on that, it will show you on which province it's being built. So that's how you get notified. After you complete your workshop, the next thing, you can look into building a fortress. For if you see any kind of aggression, you can build fortress. What fortress will allow you? Let's discuss morale. So every province have a morale. So the higher the morale, the quickly it will build infantry, the quickly it will build more resources, and so morale should be high. And morale can be boosted up by buildings such as fortress, such as other buildings. Okay, each building will have some amount of morale boosting points. Let's say if I build fortress, it will give 5% morale. If I build barracks, it gives nothing in morale. If I build railway, it gives 15% in morale. If I build harbor, it will give 10% in morale. So it depends upon the situation from after that, like where you are now. So if you are good on food, what you need, okay, and you cannot build workshop anywhere. The double resource provinces are the one in which you are going to build your workshop. What is the difference between the double resource province and a single resource province? Let's see. Okay, let's see, this iron is a single resource province. It's with the maximum 100% morale, it's giving me 3150 iron per day. If I move into the double resource iron province, it's giving me like 8739 iron per day. So double resource province means double the production. So to fully maximize its impact, you need to build your workshops here. Workshop level 1, workshop level 2, that can be later upgraded into factory 1, factory 2, factory 3. The more workshops and the factories you are going to build, it has some kind of advantages. Let's say if you go here, let's say my factory is level 1 right now, I'm building it to level 2. What advantages will give me? Resource production increased by 17% more. Okay, so it's better to build factories and have this bonus resource production from the already boosted province. Like if I build this in the low production province, 17% will not be that much. But if I am already building this in the double resource production province, it will give me a lot of boost. because the 17,000 of like 4,000 is less, but the 17,000 of 17% of 8,000 is higher. So we need to build these factories and workshops in the higher, in the double resource province. You can see this double means double sign of the fish, double means double sign of the grain, single means single sign of the iron. Okay, once you have built your basic level 1 workshops, the next you can do is to boost your infantry recruitment, is to build barracks in those province. But be careful, if you don't have a good amount of positive amount of food, then you should not build barracks initially. Why I am saying this? That because there is an upkeep concept here in this game. If I build level barracks 2, it will give me 150% recruitment speed, but it will cost me daily 1000 grain and 500 currency. So if I am already low on grain and I am already low on the money, then I can't do that. So I will leave this as of now, and I will just gather my resources or gathering my troops as it is. After that, let's say in my case, why I am red here, because what I did is I enabled the double barracks and I have enabled all of the barracks in my double provinces. Okay, so I have a very huge upkeep of this, but because I had a fight in last 2-3 days, so I have lost a lot of army. That's why I have enabled all of my barracks to quickly recruit the forces that I have just lost. Okay, so after that, you will see when you will be first entered into the game, you cannot build any building. These buildings are unlocked after a certain amount of day. Like you cannot build like air dome day first into the game. No, that's not going to happen. It's open. It will show you like this building will open in 8th day, this will open in 5th day, this building will open in 3rd day. So according to that, you will have a limited option that you can build. So the main development focus will be our double resource provinces. Okay, all the workshops, all the factories, all of the resource boosting things will be there. Okay, so you can see like this was a single resource province. I just built recruiting office then, and I will do nothing about it. Okay, and for the attack surface reduction, or to have a good defense, I will build fortress. Fortress will also increase my morale. Okay, so that's it. Okay, now let's say you have passed like 10 days into the game and you have unlocked buildings. You can build railway. Railway have a little bit of coal upkeep. However, by day 10 you will at least conquer 2-3 AI players, or at least 1-2 AI players, and you can gather a key resources. Okay, if you have a resource crunch of something, what you can do is you can click there, you can go into the resource tab and you can slide it however you want to adjust it. Let's say here I have a little amount of, you can adjust this slider and set the hourly amount of production rate. So if I have a lot of grain, but I will have a less amount of fish, I will increase the amount of grain consumption to reduce my fish consumption if it's low. Okay, so that how you can reduce the amount of resources that you want to do, and this should be done from the day 1 to have most of the resources on the positive side. After that, you will conquer some of the AI players, in which case I attack these 3 provinces and capture it. It helped me build additional resource supply. Okay, after 10 to 15 days, ideally you should have your all of the you should have barracks, workshops, and at least factories and fortresses for you. So after that, you will have like a game shaping up. Lot of people will start fighting with each other, and you should plan further. At least 2-3 days if you plan something, its impact will come after 2-3 days, because the movement of the game is very slow. Okay, the your troops will move faster in your territory. Like 13% movement will decrease in the allied territory, which is shown in blue, and in the enemy territory, which is shown as like red, they will have a 60% decrease in the movement speed. So that's why the movement speed of this game is very slow. It's not like a real time your army will like just rush and kill it. No, that's just not going to happen. After that, so the first troops that you will build after these infantry are the armored cars. Why armored cars are the good troops? Because they have a very good defensive stat. Okay, each uh, you know uh, a troop has a attack stats and the defense stat. If you look into the armored car, their attack versus normal infantry is 6, but when it comes to defense, it's double. But if you look into these horses units, they have 15 attack and 7.5 defense, which means double their attack but double their but half their defense. So if you are going to attack, these two are the most viable units to build. Armored car are for defense and cavalry is for attack. So if you want to attack, you can build cavalry more and armored car less. But if you are going to more playing passively, because you see both have a different amount of things required. Cavalry is basically requiring a lot of food. So if you have a lot of food in the start, you can go with them. But you have a lot of materials like oil and iron, you can go with armored cars. And I would suggest to mix up both of the things to attack and defense. Like you should have armored cars and cavalry both. Okay, now I will give you some tips. If you go into the province administration, if you have built a lot of barracks to recruit, to increase your recruitment, what you can do is you will have a lot of upkeep of the food. So you will be short on the food, like I am currently right now, even day 26th into the game. What you can do is you can go into the building and you can disable it. When you will disable it, what it will do, it will stop the upkeep, and then you will be good on the food side. So if you have a good amount of food, you can enable more barracks. You can that will enable you recruit more troops like the infantry, which are free, which will come daily. So you have to place your troops like in this proportion, like some infantry, some armored cars, some cavalry, to defend your those provinces which are more likely to get attacked. Okay, so after few days your aerodrome will open. Aerodrome is basically airport. I will show you here. I have aircraft here. When your plane is in the aircraft, when you will build it after the aerodrome, you can build aircraft. It will show you a certain range in which you can attack. It's not like I cannot attack from airplane from here, because it will be out of my range. Same is the case for artilleries. If my artillery is there, it will show you a wide circle. That means that it can attack only here. Same is the case for battleships. It has this circle. Okay, so you have to be careful about building the airports, because if I make the airport here, I cannot attack enemies here because it's then out of my range. So I build the airport here at the border, so I can attack at least 3. Aircraft can also patrol in this area, but it's not used. So that is some of the attack range concept in this game. Infantry, armored cars, tank, cavalry units, they don't have any kind of attack range. Only ships, artilleries, railroad guns and fighter aircraft have the attack range. Okay, what else? Okay, So if you see these are double lines. These are in this province. I have built railways. Railway will increase the travel time from these provinces, and railway will also boost your. Let's see if I go there. Let's say if I try to build railway there, it will land unit speed to move by 150%, morale by 15 up by 15%, and resource production up by 33%. So railway is a very good uh, thing to build in the province, but it has a little bit of coal upkeep. Like army has a, or a barracks have a food upkeep, so railway has a coal upkeep. So you have to adjust your energies consumption and the other resources accordingly to build such buildings like barracks and railway, because anything that has a upkeep you should adjust it according to your current resources. I built like, because I have a lot of old coal coming in, but I was short on oil, so I built the railway here to boost my oil production. I built railway here to boost my coal production. I built railway here to boost my fish production. I built railway here to boost my fish production. I built railway here to boost my grain production. So that's how either there are some critical province in which you have to move forward your troops a lot, like some middle provinces. It's like this province it is like connecting with like almost 9 provinces, let's say. So it's very good idea to build railway here, and a railway will allow you to build a special unit called railroad gun. Railroad can only travel on the railways, and it has a good attack range, like 150 attack range. Just for the comparison, let's say if we build artillery has only 50 attack range, but railroad has 150 attack range. If I show you what 50 attack range look like, this is just the 50 attack range, but 150 will be like this. Okay, so that's why. And these artilleries are very slow units. Okay, they will take a lot of time to move. Like it's taking like 5 hours to just travel there in the friendly territory, and if it's like in the enemy territory, believe me, they are like the most fucking slow units. And let's say if you move their troops in the bulk, so all of those troops or the squad will move according to the slowest speed unit that you have in your in that group. So let's say if I have artillery there in this group, all of the group will move according with the artillery speed. Okay, so that is very annoying. So if you are planning to attack because now I am planning to attack here, so what I am trying to do is I have already mobilized my artillery like before my actual troop will arrive there. Armored car have a good movement speed, most fast units you can say, without railways. With railways, all troops will move in the 90s speed. But if there are no railways, armored cars are the perfect. And if I will show you an example here, my army came up late here, but my 4 armored cars are already, I have shipped them to the other provinces. Let's send some backup resources or backup force. You see, it will take now 1 day. You can move your troops to the other islands by just which I just showed you. Like press on it and click the attack. They will gather near the shoreline. They will automatically, the ship will appear. They will jump on them and they will start moving. But however, loading into the ship take a lot of time. You see, now this troop is going to be on embarking. It will take like a good amount of time to embark. You can reduce the embarking time by using the harbor. But in this case I have no option, because I did not build harbor there in the island province. I built it here because I wanted to increase the coal production, because the harbor gives you production bonus. Okay, now what else we can cover? Okay, there is one very special unit, balloon. This is the balloon unit. Okay, this has the most farthest range in the game, like viewing range. Okay, you can see the stats of each by pressing on it, like its defensive attacks stats, aggressive attack stats, defensive stats, movement speed, and other things, attack range and viewing range. So if I just place balloon on your borders, you see how much deep I can see into the enemy territory. I also have a balloon there. You see how much deep I can look into the enemy territory. And if I don't have the balloons, my viewing distance will be very short. So what I have done is to look into what is going on into the enemy. I just place one troop into the border line. But some people can get intimidated by it and they might attack you. So, but balloon has a very good viewing range. And if I want to attack, let's say with the aircraft which is like out of my range, the aircraft will get fold up in a truck and it will start moving, and again that movement is extremely very slow. Let's say if I have airport here and I have an airport here, so I can attack in this range by using this airport, but my airplane cannot just fly there and go there. Okay, it has to like fold up in the truck and that goes there, and it takes a lot of time. Just for the reference, I moved my first aircraft which was built here to like, oh no, stop there. It takes like 2-3 days to come here, so aircraft movement is also very slow. Okay, now check some of the attack commands. This is the like a basic infantry unit. It will show you two commands, move and attack. If you click move, you can only navigate via road. We click here and it will now show you after how much time it will. Okay, so I think the server or internet have some issue, but it will like I don't know what's okay, now it start moving. It will now show you how much time it's going to take, and this is after you moving you will get additional one is a stop. You will stop moving. Now again we move there. We can force march. Force march will increase our movement speed, but it will damage our unit, so it's never a good idea unless you are desperate to do it. Add targets mean you want to move there and then there, then you can use these add target commands. And let's say, and there is a delay command as well. Let's say I want to move these and these to attack here at the same point. Okay, and I want to arrive them at same time. If I look, this unit will arrive in 1 hour and 15 minutes, but this troop will arrive in 2 hours and 35 minutes. Okay, so now I will check, press this and delay. I will see his arrival time is 7 hours and 12 minutes. Okay, how can I match this troop's timings to arrive at the same time? I will press delay and I will slide this to 7 hours 17 minutes. Okay, like this you can have move slider and change. So what it will does it, then both the troops will like arrive in the same time. This is required basically to gather a large amount of forces and attack with the large amount of forces at the same time. So you can use the delay command. So that's how navigation works in this game. For the sea ship, they can only move in the water, but you cannot like do freely. There is some pathing in the sea. The ship will only take it. I cannot do like curve or U-turns. Okay, there is some limitation here in the pathing, and all of the ground units will have to travel via roads. You like, I press here, I'm trying to move my mouse here directly in front of it, but I can't go. I have to travel via roads. Okay, and same is for the tanks, same is for the car, same is for the horses, and same is for the balloon. The only thing that can fly without this limit is this airplanes. Okay, if I patrol here, like you see, it can fly above roads. Obviously it's an airplane, that's why it has free pathing, but I cannot go beyond its range. So that's a fucked up situation for me, because I want to have like attack this area, then I can't. I have to build aircraft in the range. Okay, so that's the limitation. And the same way, if I build a railroad gun, if I place a railroad gun here, it will have a like attack range only here, but this province must have to have a railway built up to it. So each these advanced tropes that will open later into the game have some kind of limitation. Now I will show you how did I loot 1.2 million. How did I loot that such much of amount? So this will happen if there is an AI human player that was very big, but you defeated it somehow and he lost hope and they AFK and they are not playing it. The AI will take over their area. So this was the capital of a Eskimo Point enemy, which I am just finishing last of his provinces, and this guy was very pissed that I attacked him. So I initially asked to like give us some area here and we will not move further from it, but this guy was toxic, so we have to deal with it accordingly. So I attacked. So if that guy didn't spend any much money, because if a human player is playing, he will spend money, okay, to buy resources, to manage things. Let's buy resources, because now we are going, I will show you, we are going like lower on the grain. We can go on stock market, we will see listing there. We will go there and let's say we buy 2000 grain. No, I think it's 1500 is good. Okay, so now we bought the grain. So that's how human player would be like spending the grain, or spending the money to buy the resources which I don't have. Let's say if I need 10,000 oil, I have 6,000 right now. I will buy this from the stock market, so I will spend my money. So any player who's like recently AFK'd for like 3-4 days, that guy will have a lot of money in his capital, and if you attack his capital, you will gain a lot of money from it. So I will show you. You see, I attack his province, this province. Okay, and how much did I capture? Okay, let's wait. Here, 1.14 millions of loot. That's a very huge loot. I can like stock up a lot of my resources and build like a construction of all of this, but because it's weekend, I'm not feeling to play so much because I have a lot of other things to do. So that's why I will like do some development and purchasing in the next week. Okay, now how to make allies and how to make coalitions. You can build coalition by using this tab. I have built this coalition and you can invite them or even kick them from the coalition. So I made coalition with the closest allies that were available to me on the map, and then I built the coalition with them. Okay, so now if you see, we are in such a space where all of the northern territories are ours. There is no threat really. And you see, if there is no human sign shows up in a country, that means that's an AI player. Okay, and if there is a human sign being shown up, that means it's played by a human player. And what else? Okay, in the province administration, I just showed you can enable or disable the building which has a upkeep. Let's say if it has a coal upkeep like railway, I can disable it. If the barracks has a grain upkeep, I can disable it. Okay, if let's say a recruiting office is basically recruiting troops, so that is actually contributing into the upkeep of the grain, so you can disable it. So you can disable the buildings according to your need of the game. Let me show you an example. Okay, if I go to the province administration, I can sort building by, let's say, barracks. I have a barracks here. I will disable it. I will disable it. I will disable it. Disable it. Will disable it. Look where my food production is right now. How can I now manage it? with the between the fish and the grain. Will go there. I will slide down here. Both the things are now positive, but I don't want it. Okay, because I want to recruit more and more troops. So that is my choice, that I am spending a lot of money for the food just to buy more or recruit more troops. I will now enable them. You see, as soon as I am started enable like barracks, it is drastically like eating up the resources. But that's the choice that I have made right now. Okay, now there is other thing that is called newspaper. Newspaper will show you what major fights, what major things are going on into the game. Okay, so that's way you can identify what countries are fighting between them. Now I see that South Dakota and South Mexico, like South Dakota and South Mexico, they are fighting with each other, and that's a good thing. They are number one and number two player, South Mexico and South Dakota. Now, which means that if South Dakota is fighting in the south, I might pressure him from the northern side. Okay, so that's why you can use this newspaper accordingly, and the newspaper will also show you largest economies. South Mexico, these will show you the most top economies. I am not where I am. Washington. The hell where I am. Oh my god. Okay, I am at the 5th place, okay? In the largest economies. And the largest nations, I think I dropped my points here. I was like in the most popular nations, Alberta. Why? Probably I don't know why it's most popular there. I don't know, because there is another section of the army as well. Okay, why Alberta is famous? Alberta is only one, like one captured only province. Don't know, or might be he is very good on all of his resources. Maybe something is that, I don't know. I have to look into it. The other thing is that you can do espionage. Okay, espionage will show you can recruit spies. So I placed my spy here in the South Dakota capital. You see, now it shows me that I have a spy here. If I go there, spies, now it will show me in this province it is building his artillery, and he has these amount of there, this amount of buildings are being built. So that will give you intelligence. I can like increase spies or like decrease spy based on by recruiting here. So it has it shows it has daily production of 10,000 grains. Okay, so this will give you like insight. And then spy missions stop infantry requirement, decrease morale by 10%. So you can do these actions from here, but however I am not doing this. And if you can see into the newspaper, let's see, go into the newspaper. Spy captured. Okay, so spy can get captured here. So I think my spy got captured here or something, or no, it was not my spy. One spy sabotage military which has been captured in military. He was able to execute his mission. So that's how you can use espionage to gain some intelligence about army and economic things. So that's it for today, guys. If you like this kind of content, if you like this kind of game, you can subscribe to my channel. I will stream more about the games, and what I'm trying to do is I will start a new game to give a fresh perspective to a new players how to play this game properly. So that's it for today. Thank you guys.